There's a 10-year window in your life that will decide whether you retire with financial freedom or whether you're still working away in your 60s, working weekends and running out of time. Most people miss it completely. Not because they're lazy, not because they don't care, but because nobody ever told them it existed. I've been investing for 25 years. I've worked alongside people who hit that window and changed everything. And I've also watched people miss it and spend their final working years desperately trying to catch up. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what that window is, when it opens for you, and most importantly, what you need to do while it's still open. Stay until the end because the last example I share with you actually brings a tear to my eye. Who this is for? If you're somewhere between the age of 35 and 55, working hard, earning a good wage, a good income, and you've got a nagging feeling that you should be further ahead than you actually are, this video is for you. You're not quite broke, but you're also not where you thought you'd be by now. And the clock is ticking louder than it used to. This is exactly the position I was in until 2019. And I want to use my own mistakes, my own experience, and the mistakes of people I've worked with over the last 20 odd years to make sure you don't end up in the same place they did, the same position. What is the 10-year window? Here's the truth about compound interest that the textbooks don't really explain. It doesn't grow in a straight line. It grows like a snowball rolling downhill. Slowly at first, almost invisible. And then after a few years, it really kicks in. The problem is that most people give up before the snowball gets going, before compound interest gets going, because the early years feel like nothing is happening. Here's a real example, and this one hurts because it's about me. When I was 18, I started putting £500 every month into a stocks and shares ISA. I did it for 6 months, then I stopped and spent all of the money on a lad's holiday to Ibiza. Huge mistake. If I'd kept going from 18 to now, so a full 25 years of consistent investing at average 10% returns, I would be sitting on 663,000 today. That's a huge amount of money. And here's the part that really hurts. 513,000 of that is interest earned. Not money I put in, interest. Working away quietly in the background for decades. That is the snowball. And the 10-year window is the moment in your life when the snowball is large enough to start doing the heavy lifting, if you've been building it. But if you haven't, that window is the moment when the gap between you and financial freedom starts to feel impossible to close. The window opens differently for everyone. Now, when is your 10-year window? The thing is, it's not the same for everyone, but it almost always falls somewhere between your early 40s and your mid 50s. Why? Because by then, most people have paid down some or all of the mortgage, hit their peak earning years, got rid of some of the big expenses from younger life, and crucially, still have enough time left for compound interest to work. That combination doesn't last forever though. That's why it's a window, not a door that stays open forever. If you're in that age range right now at this minute, I need you to understand, this is not a rehearsal. Your life, the decisions you make in the next 10 years will echo for the rest of your life. It's important. The man who made me change. Now I want to tell you about a man I used to work with years ago called Frank. I met Frank when I was 25, working as an electrical contractor. It was a cold Sunday morning, freezing. Neither of us wanted to be there at all, but there we were. Both grafting our asses off on a weekend, trying to make a bit of extra money to help ease the pressure. Frank was 64 at the time. He was a brilliant contractor, lovely bloke, been doing it all his life, and he was 12 months away from retirement. His whole plan, the thing that kept him going, was that he and his wife of 45 years were going to retire in their villa in Spain. He'd been paying it off for years. He used to practice his Spanish away on me, his Spanish on me at work. He was genuinely excited. I was 25, standing there on that freezing Sunday morning, watching this 64-year-old man still grinding away. And I made myself a promise. I refused to be doing this, working weekends in my 50s and 60s. Whatever it took, I was going to sort my finances out. Now here's the part that still gets me. Frank did retire at 65, but he didn't get to retire in Spain. His wife suffered a massive stroke and Frank became a full-time carer. The villa, the sunset, the plan, gone. He never got his window back. Now I'm telling you that, I'm not telling you it to be dramatic, I'm telling you because Frank worked hard all his life, earned good money, but never built the financial foundation that would have given him more options. He needed to keep working to survive, to work weekends. And when life hit him, and life always hits us eventually, he had nothing to fall back on. The 10-year window isn't just about money, it's about buying yourself options so that when life does what life does, you're not completely exposed. This, as always, is not financial advice, but hopefully you can tell I do care about you and your investing. The numbers that make it real. Let me show you what the window actually looks like. In numbers, James and John, two best mates, same starting point in life at 25. James starts investing £200 a month. He does it for 10 years, then stops completely. He never invests another penny. John waits until he's 35, which feels about right. He's got his life together. He's more settled. He invests £200 a month from 35 all the way to 65, 30 years, 3 times longer than James. John puts in 72,000, James only puts in 24,000. By age 65, James has more money than John. That's the window. James's money had an extra decade, an extra 10 years to compound. Those 10 years did more work than John's entire 30-year effort. Now here's what I see in real life. I've been working alongside people for 25 years and I've met hundreds of contractors, hundreds of people in their late 50s, early 60s who are essentially John, having to work twice as hard and twice as long to chase what they missed by waiting. I worked in Oman back in 2020. Now, a colleague of mine, 60 years old at the time, told me I could have easily saved £1,000 a month between the age of 40 and 60. I just never did. Now, if he'd have invested that £1,000 every single month in the S&P 500 or similar at average returns, he'd have over £750,000 today. That's financial freedom for most people. He didn't have it because his window came and went. The high earner trap. Before anyone watching this thinks this doesn't apply to me because I earn good money. I earn a fortune. Let me stop you there. I've seen this trap more than any other. Let's look at Tom, a contractor in oil and gas earning $200,000 a year. Brilliant at his job, really good bloke. He spent it on cars, Rolexes, big nights out, weekends away. He thought earning more was the answer. At 55, he was laid off. No pension, no property, no investment, only debt. I had a version of this as well myself, and it's painful thinking about it. In 2012, I doubled my income. I thought I'd cracked it. Within a year, I'd upgraded literally everything. Bigger house, because Mrs. Duffy, Team YOLO, wanted a bigger kitchen. Newer car, more going out, more holidays. Our outgoings grew to meet the income immediately. I was earning twice as much, and even though I saved quite a bit in the premium bonds, I didn't buy any assets really until 2018. Another huge mistake. That's lifestyle creep. It's invisible while it's happening to you, like it was to me, but it devours your window. The difference between rich and wealthy is this. Rich is high income. Wealthy is assets working for you in the background while you sleep. Tom was rich. He was never wealthy. The premium bonds mistake. I've just touched on this, but I'll get into it in more detail now. I share this one because it's embarrassing and important. Me and my wife had around 70,000 sitting in premium bonds for 4 years. Why? Because it felt safe, sensible, responsible. No risk, no stress. And if I'm being totally honest, I was convinced we'd win £1 million every month. Let's just say I've got a gambling streak in me now because it's in my blood. But here's what was actually happening. While we felt good about ourselves with premium bonds, we were earning less than 1% per year. Meanwhile, inflation quietly ate away our money. Inflation is important to understand. We were slowly losing our money in real terms every single month. That was 4 years of our window gone. The opportunity cost of that decision, if we'd invested that 70,000 at around 10% returns, is over 34,000 in growth we never saw. The lesson, do nothing feels safe, but do nothing has a cost, a big cost. What to do in 2026? So what do you actually do if you're watching this video and you recognize yourself in some of these examples, some of these stories? 3 things, simple ones. First, find out where you are. What have you got invested right now? Pension, ISA, property. Add it up. Be honest with yourself. You can't navigate from a place you don't know, you don't understand. Second, decide what your window looks like. If you're 40, you've got roughly 10 to 15 years before the compounding curve starts to flatten out. If you're 50, your window is a bit tighter, but it's still open. Every month you wait is a month of compounding you don't get back. Third, start boring and stay boring. The people I've seen quietly win are not the ones chasing crypto, trading individual stocks, or waiting for the perfect time, the perfect moment. They're in global index funds or similar, stocks and shares ISAs, and pension contributions. They don't touch them. They don't look at them all day, every day. They set it up and let time do the work. This is called stress-free investing. Emily, 28, who was a family friend, was spending £400 a month, this is another example by the way, on takeaways and clothes. If she put that into index funds for 5 years, she'd have over 30,000, enough for a house deposit in many UK cities. Instead, she's still renting, feeling years behind. Small, consistent decisions made inside the window compound into life-changing outcomes. If you want to avoid this type of mistake and learn how to invest, you can join my school community and the link can be found below. Summary. I want you to think about old Frank practicing his Spanish on me years ago on that cold Sunday morning. He worked his whole life, he earned really good money, and he ran out of time before he could use it. I don't want that for you, and I don't think you want it for yourself either. You're watching this video for a reason. You already know the window is there. The only question is what you do with it. If this resonated, subscribe, all the good stuff, because everything I publish is built around helping normal UK people quietly get to financial freedom. No hype, no crypto shilling, no get rich quick rubbish. Just the real stuff from someone who made the mistakes and learned from them the hard way. And if you want to go a bit deeper, I've linked my video on building your first 100k below in the description. That's the next step.